Welcome back to the channel. This is WIP Reviews, which stands for Work in Progress. We are two works in progress.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Dennis.
And we're two best friends who love reacting to music, film, entertainment, anything pop culture. And today we are reacting to
Taylor Swift. Speak Now, Taylor's version.
We love this album.
This was OG Taylor. This is Taylor at peak Taylor, in our opinion. In terms of our favorite songs, it's from this album. Since we already know those are iconic tracks, we're going to be reacting to the From the Vault songs, which feature collabs with Hayley Williams and Fall Out Boy. We are big fans of Hayley and Fall Out Boy, so of course we needed to react to this iconic album. Number 17 is Electric Touch, featuring Fall Out Boy.
Right off the bat, I'm sorry I have to say it already feels nostalgic. I don't know how to explain it, but it sounds like old Taylor mixed with this new fusion. Already into it.
I'm ready to feel this electric touch.
Just an hour till your car's in the driveway.
It does feel like old Taylor fused with a little more modern, fused with Fall Out Boy, which is... I'm interested to hear how Pete sounds on the album. I like the lyrics. And I like the guitar in the back.
I know, it feels like classic old Taylor, like this guitar.
And the drum, like the whole beat feels like a very...
It's nostalgic, guys. Bringing it back.
I don't think I've really heard Fall Out Boy in a couple years, so I'm excited to hear them, and maybe they'll guest perform at one of her concerts.
Well, that would be amazing.
I've gotten used to no one calling my phone. I've grown accustomed to sleeping alone.
Fun!
I want to say one thing. Snow on the Beach, meet Electric Touch.
You know what? I was thinking the same thing. This is how you collaborate with an artist. You can hear Taylor in the back, still doing some subtle harmonies, which is great. We love it. But you can also hear Pete leading the verse. This is how you sing together.
But also the chorus was so fun.
I love how it was different than the first time it was sung.
I love how both artists kind of are in their lane, but are kind of pushing towards each other.
They're melding together.
I love their two styles together, actually, weirdly enough.
I know,
I love Taylor's sound with Fall Out Boy. Also, Pete, I like how he's adding this growl, but not going full force. He's just adding a little bit. And he did even a little bit of, like, Taylor runs, like the, oh. I was like, okay, okay. I haven't heard a song like this in a while.
It's surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, because we weren't really big fans of Midnight's. The fact that this song is the first one we're hearing from Speak Now, she's really upping the game. But also I love the rock sound that's going on here. That was a great song. Those high notes complimented Taylor so well. I think I got chills on my body.
I love that in the bridge, Taylor, like, said her line, and then Pete in the back matched that note, and then she said the next one, and then he matched her last one, and then they matched it together at the top, and then it just sounded glorious together. Like, I didn't love the lyrics of that bridge part, but I loved musically how it sounded. It was so gorgeous. They both sounded amazing. You guys should sing together more often.
Yeah, what is this? There needs to be a whole
collab album.
A little EP album or something.
They were really good together.
Excited for more if they're all like this.
Yeah, I love it.
God.
Track number 18, When Emma Falls in Love.
When Emma falls in love, she calls up her mom, jokes about the ways that this one could go wrong.
Cute so far. This is very Billy Joel, that storyteller side of songwriting, which I enjoy it.
Yeah, with a basic piano, and right now it's about to, some of the drum is about to come in here. I think it's really pretty. It's very simple. I think it really reminds me, again, it fits the vibe of the entire album. It reminds me of older Taylor. I think it's written really well so far, and her voice sounds really pretty.
Like if Cleopatra grew up in a small town.
The banjo in the back, because again, old Taylor, I love it. I love the country feel, but still this modern pop sound. It's just, she's fusing so many different sounds, and she's been doing that recently. Like in Midnight's, it was a lot of different sounds, which was great, but here just, yeah, it has that nostalgic feel, and I think I'm liking it so much more.
Yeah, I like the lyrics of the chorus, you know, Cleopatra. I like that the whole song it's like she's watching this girl, and she's like, God, I wish I was a little more like her. And I think that's a really sweet sentiment. I think sometimes in these types of songs, it's just like a story of someone else, and you're watching them and you're hearing it. And so it's a little surprising to hear her say, like, I in it. So the chorus has kind of a nice ending because she's like, I wish I was a little like her, and then back to Emma. I think it's written really nicely in addition to the beautiful instrumentals in the back.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's one of those songs, like, I think it's Jealousy, Jealousy by Olivia Rodrigo, where she's saying, like, she's comparing herself in, like, a really negative way, but this is, like, almost a positive way, which I like.
Emma met a boy with eyes like a man. Turns out her heart fits right in the palm of his hand.
You know, I actually like that this is a vault song because I think her voice sounds so good on it now because of how, you know, your voice changes over time. Her voice has only gotten stronger and better, and I think, like, back then she used to sing a lot more nasally, which isn't a bad thing, it's just she was younger, and now I think it's more full and more mature, so I'm glad that this is released now, not back then.
I really love the bridge. I thought it was not a traditional bridge, it was pretty long, and I liked, like, the instrumental break that it started with, which made me feel like very old Taylor. Like, I could just see her I just imagined her on the stage with her curly hair playing that the guitar like she did back in the beginning. It was nice because the bridge, it played an important role in the story of the song, which a lot of the time, sometimes a bridge is just, people don't know what to do with the song, so they just say something random just to fill the space. But here it felt like it was important. It created some closure to that story. It was really sweet, and it weirdly enough, it felt very vulnerable, because a lot of times, sometimes when we're speaking about something else, are showing a lot about ourselves, and I think that's what this song does.
But even in the ending, in Between Me and You, I love when artists do that in songs because it's literally like a piece of your diary. It is that vulnerability that I like to hear as a listener. So yeah, it's a really beautiful song.
Track 19, I Can See You.
I Can See You.
What you do if we never made up.
So many different sounds. Again, it's old Taylor mixed with this, like, indie rock and roll sound that's popular now. I love that.
The only thing I thought would be cool is without making A, and I wish it would go silent, and then she whispers sound, and then it breaks into. I thought that's where it was going, because I think it would create a much more dynamic chorus. Instead, it kind of softened, weirdly enough. Like, I thought the first verse was very dynamic in terms of instrumentation, and then it kind of softened at the chorus, which I'm not the biggest fan of that. I like when a chorus goes up instead of down, but I still like it. I like all the different sounds. There's, like, I can hear all the little effects they put in. The vibe is still there, so I think it's a really cool sound.
Yeah, I do think the chorus was a little bit soft. Like, she could belt that.
But I also thought her low notes, did you hear those? I was like, okay, Taylor,
Queen! Minor chord, or like the minor notes that she's throwing in. I wish that almost the whole chorus was not really this major lift. It was more minors. Yeah, it's combining an old Taylor sound to, like, that upbeat and, like, happy sound, but I feel like she could have in this made it more like, you know, the darkness from Look What You Made Me Do? Like, that almost grungy sound would, I think, work really well in the song.
It's like a quote-unquote naughty song, but in the lens of Speak Now Taylor, which at the same time is charming, because it's like not really what you hear when you hear these type of words. You don't hear that sound with it. So I think in that way it's good, because look what you made me do. If we put that sound, it would be more predictable. That would be the more appropriate sound with these kind of lyrics. So I think it's interesting because it's new, but it also makes you sometimes feel like I kind of wish it was like that. So it's like, which is better? I'm not sure.
I see you, baby, baby.
I love the guitar in the outro.
Yeah, the ending was really cool. Yeah.
Bridge, no.
It was jarring,
Yeah, I don't think it sounded good. In terms of, like, melody and instrumentation, this is maybe one of my favorite songs I've heard from her in a while. I loved all the instruments. I loved the sound. The sound was really cool, and I don't know, it sounded really new, but also old.
So far, impressive stuff.
Midnights, maybe you should learn something. Track 20, Castles Crumbling, featuring Hayley Williams. If you didn't know, Paramore is joining the Eras Tour for next summer. So go check them out together on tour.
Like, how iconic is that?
And
think it's nice because it kind of relates to fame and kind of going out of the spotlight, but it also could be something else. It could be you feel like you're on top of the world in your circle, at your work, or just in your life in general.
In your relationship,
and then things just seem to one by one fall apart. And I think that creates this dual meaning that makes it relatable, but also you can step away from it and like listen to it at the same time. She sounds really pretty on it, and the lyrics are pretty as well.
Well, I mean, the verse to the chorus was super seamless.
Sounds like the same thing.
Yeah, it sounds like and I don't know if I love that because I wish I could tell when it starts. But yeah, it is pretty. She sounds really beautiful. I'm really excited to hear how Haley sounds as well.
I know, it's going to be interesting.
Crowds would hang on my words, and they trusted me.
Haley sounded just like Taylor.
I was going to say that.
They sounded so similar. It was so hard for me to tell who was who. But when I figured out it was Haley and she did those little runs, I was like, okay, queen. Sounds good.
I think I've heard songs in the past where it was like a duet and the person who was on it sounded exactly like it. I think it shows the impressive ability of a singer to match the tone, the texture of an entirely different singer. But then when you actually listen, you can kind of still hear their own intricacies. But also, like, that Haley can, she made a really soft, beautiful, like, gentle belt, which is very, very Taylory. And it's cool to know that, like, when someone has such a powerhouse voice, that they can use restraint. They know how to use their voice. Because a lot of times powerhouse belters, all they do is belt. Because they don't know what to do it. They don't know how to do the soft stuff. But Haley is an exceptional singer. She knows how to do the soft and the hard rock. So I think it's really...
Yeah, it just shows her talent. And Taylor... I'm at first I was like, I wonder why Haley was featured on this song. Because I'm sure... Even the song beforehand, I can see where I feel like Haley would also sound really good on that one as well. But I think it just, like you were saying, it just shows her level of ability as a singer to match Taylor, and maybe she'll do some sort of belt at the end. That one was my least favorite so far.
Sad because it's Haley Williams.
Yeah. I liked when she sang the me where her voice started to break and it was so soft. I love when artists do that. It's again that vulnerability. It's like they're really singing to you. I love when artists do that. But yeah, no. I just wish we got to hear more of Haley.
Haley was barely in it. I mean, she sang some back stuff in the background for like the second half and like did like ambient noises, I think. But when you have Haley Williams, you kind of want her in the song more. I did like the lyrics of the bridge. I thought that was really pretty. So I think lyrically it's pretty, but I think it's very like a song. I feel like it doesn't really go anywhere, which those aren't really my favorite songs. I think that was a critique we had with Midnights. A lot of the songs felt like that. However, did everyone still sound pretty? Yes. Were the lyrics still pretty? Yes. So
you get what you get, and you don't get upset.
Track 21, Foolish One.
You are not the exception.
Fun, very old Taylor again.
I think I don't think it was intentional, but in my head, which said you aren't the exception, I was like, the only exception. It comes after the Haley song, so I'm like, it's only necessary to bring up Paramore again. Very standard Taylor, Speak Now era. So far, nothing exceptional.
Crazy. Now I'm sliding down the wall with my head in my hands.
Yeah, the bridge was the best part of the song so far.
Agree.
It was different as well. I feel like, again, it's like the last song, it was just kind of flat. There wasn't really much going on. It was all the same sound, so for that reason I don't love it, but I did like the bridge of this song a lot.
Yeah, it's a refreshing change from the rest. I do think it's interesting that the bridge is at before the 3-minute mark in a 5-minute song. So will the chorus repeat over and over again? Was that not the bridge and there's going to be another, and that was just the verse and there's going to be a bridge? Or will it repeat and then have a really long outro? There are many ways to go. Some of those I don't like. So let's see what it goes.
When all is said and done, he just wasn't the one.
The end of that song was really good. Carried the rest of the song. The lyrics in the song were great all throughout, I think, but the end of this was the strongest for sure.
The bridge was sounding a little different, and then the pre-chorus she changed the lyrics into the chorus, and then there was the outro, which was really nice harmonies with the la la la, whatever the hell she was doing, was really sweet. There's a certain like
calmness.
Yeah, it's nice overall. Track 22, the final track, Timeless.
In those photos, I saw us instead.
This is so cute, and the background, the lyric video in this song, congrats to the editors. We need props, because this is adorable.
I love that she said, in these photos I saw us instead.
I know. The song is so sweet so far.
What a love she's describing. That sounds wonderful.
Such a visual, like we can see it. I love, Taylor just really knows how to paint pictures with lyrics, and it's just such a skill that so many artists don't have. I think vulnerable is the word of these last few songs. It's just the vulnerability in her lyrics and the way that she describes things is just unmatched.
I believe that we were supposed to find this.
This song is so cute. And you know, so Taylor has the song Dear John, which is also in this, but that song Dear John, I believe, was in the movie Dear John. But I feel like this song would have also been really good in the movie Dear John. If you know the vibes, you know the vibes.
I know she's describing going into like the thrift store or an antique shop and finding that, but the pictures are all the same family, which make me think she's using that as like a storyboard, but it's actually her family. Like, I'm wondering if she's describing like the love story of a grandparent. Unless she found a box and just took all the photos, which that's also fine. But it's the same people throughout, I think. I think they're this way.
It is, yeah.
So that's really cute. Wherever they are, they're so adorable.
Swifties, please tell us who they are.
I'm assuming it's about her grandparents. Regardless, this is like the ultimate love song. It is so beautiful and so wonderful, and I love that this is the last song on the album. I also think like if they actually said, like she put the quotes around that part, like our love really was timeless. To think that like she was talking to her grandparents and they just said something like that while they were looking at the photos, and she took that one line and made it into the song. I don't know, something about that like really just is like so sweet, and I don't know, it's so nice to. It's also beautiful because in a lot of ways she just made their story timeless, because otherwise it would have been lost to time. Great job, we liked it overall. Tell us what else we should react to. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified every time we post a new video. Also, follow us on Instagram and TikTok for exclusive reactions and behind-the-scenes content.
Make sure to leave a comment down below because we like and read our comments always.
Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.